Your rental property's biggest liability it's probably your lease, isn't it? If you're using a free generic lease, well, you're wide open to thousands in disputes and headaches. So today, let's bulletproof your California rental agreement. Hey everyone, I'm Jeremy Higgins with True Haven Property Management. And so far we've covered screening, so now let's talk about the critical next step, the lease agreement. It might feel like just another form, but let me tell you, your lease is the single most important document defining the relationship between you and the tenant. Here's a common pitfall I see, relying on generic, maybe even free lease templates found online. While tempting, these often fall short, especially here in California. And that's because they lack the specific details needed to handle common situations and comply fully with state and local laws. Often a basic lease needs more specific language, sometimes through an addendum, to really work effectively. And I want to share just a few examples with you today. And these are inspired by the detailed addendum that we use here at True Haven. And it's not to sell you on our form, but to show you that the type of specific clauses that prevent common headaches for self-managing landlords. So let's just use smoking as an example. A generic lease might say no smoking. Simple, right? But what about vaping? What about cannabis? Does no smoking mean just inside, or does it also include the patio or the garage, maybe even 20 feet from any door or window? You know, a really solid California lease spells this out explicitly, defining what types of smoking are prohibited and where exactly the policy applies. Clarity prevents arguments down the road. It's super important. Example number 2, utility billing. This causes so much confusion, especially if meters are shared or if you, the landlord, pay certain utilities like water, sewer, garbage, and then bill the tenant back. How is that calculation done? Is it clear to the tenant up front? Well, California law has specific requirements about disclosing shared utility situations. Your lease needs to be clearly detailed on who pays for what, and if you're billing back the cost, the exact method used needs to be outlined, including how the final bill is handled when they move out. Example number 3, minor maintenance responsibility. Who handles changing out those burnt out light bulbs or replacing the batteries in the smoke detectors? They seem tiny, but they do generate calls. Specifying in the lease that the tenant handle these very basic upkeep items sets expectations correctly. Example number 4, what happens when a lease term ends? This is a big area of uncertainty for both landlords and tenants with fixed term leases. The lease just automatically go month to month, which by the way might mean certain just cause eviction rules apply depending on the property and how long the tenant has lived there. Or is there a clear process for deciding whether to renew? A good lease addendum often outlines specific timelines. Maybe the landlord sends a renewal offer a few months early, especially in college towns like Davis. And then the tenant has a set period like 2 weeks to respond before the landlord assumes that they aren't renewing and starts marketing the property. This kind of defined process eliminates guesswork and helps manage transitions smoothly for everyone involved. And these are just a few illustrations of the level of detail that's needed in these leases. Think about clear rules for pets versus required procedures for assistance animals, specifying exactly how rent can and cannot be paid, like cash, for instance. These specifics aren't just about convenience, they often tie back to ensuring compliance with California law. So take another look at your lease. Is it truly comprehensive and tailored for California, or is it a generic form waiting to cause problems? Our free essential guide to rental property success in California explains all of these legal principles and best practices behind these crucial lease clauses. It's in chapter 8. It helps you understand why this level of detail is so important for protecting yourself and managing effectively. Don't get caught out by the vague leases. Grab your free essential guide using the link in the description below. I'm Jeremy Higgins with True Haven Property Management. Thank you for watching.